God is what? It says God is racist.
Oh, because I'm on my page, the thing is different.
Mm-hmm.
The server code. I gotta go to your page
Okay.
real quick for YouTube.
All right.
Or not YouTube, but Facebook.
Okay.
But you can, I mean, it's live on YouTube right now, so you can start
We can wait. We can wait. How long will it take?
on that one.
Okay. All right. No sweat. We can wait for both.
You gotta put in your password.
Okay.
I think the caps is on too. Yeah.
Now it's on.
Yeah, it's off now.
Off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. I remember that day. All right, Israel. We about to get started in a second. So I thought you were saying administrator. One of them. Let me know when we're ready to go.
So I forgot because I was on my page as an administrator. The when you go on live on Facebook, it's different. It's a different stream key.
Okay.
So I would have to change it. But
Okay. So
we can start now.
let's go. All right. We'll definitely talk about that later. You ready to go?
Okay.
All right. Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK Minneapolis Historical Truths Revealed class. And today we are going to jump into a brief topic. The brief topic is about the Most High, who is racist. Who is a racist? The God of the Bible that you might or may know about, he is actually a racist. And with that being said, we are going to show proof of that the Lord only chose a certain particular people. And the people that he chose is the people that are not desired in the earth, that are very much hated, who are looked down upon because of their condition, which the white man has afflicted on black and Hispanic and Native American people. And yes, I said black, Hispanic, and Native American people. That is God's chosen people. And there's proof in the scriptures that we can show that he gave his love, he gave his loyalty, he gave everything to Jacob, who created the 12 tribes with his 4 wives. All right. So first things first, let's go ahead and get Deuteronomy 7:6.
Come.
This is an old school ISBK scripture that we, go over. These scriptures that you're going to read about today explains, they're very self-explanatory. They are going to allow you to understand who God came here for. We also want to give you who Christ came for as well. Christ had the same mission that the Lord attended for us. You see what I'm saying? Which was to all be together, be gathered together, and be under one roof, instead of scattered all over the place in the earth. All right? When I say scatter, I mean into different religions and cultures that were never ours. All right? But in the ISUK, we will teach you where you should be. We will teach you what you should be doing in these days and times of 2018, knowing that Christ is on his way anytime soon. All right? Go ahead and get that scripture out.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
One more time.
For thou art an holy people.
Thou art an holy people. What does the word holy mean,
Separate.
The word holy means separate or set apart. That's what you are. Understand that the Lord has decided to set you apart from everyone else on this earth. That's why no one is like you. That's why you know the difference between a Hebrew versus a heathen when you're watching sports, when you're looking at the entertainment system. Black people have something that's called black excellence. All through this earth, we are, even in our worst condition, we are doing great things in the earth. That's why we say that they are the salt of the earth, because they put the flavor, they put the style, they put the fashion to trend. See what I'm saying? Everything that we touch is glorious. Everything that the white man touch is always being destroyed. And the reason why we're teaching that the Most High is racist is because God does not love every single body. That is a Christian lie. That is a white lie that comes from the devil's mouth himself.
That's right.
Read it one more time,
Come. For thou art an holy people.
Thou art an holy people, meaning you are set apart, you are separate. All right, you are separatists. What does that mean? That means when it comes to the Lord, he gave you the dialogue, the breakdown. He gave you the whole rundown on how you're supposed to live your life, how you're supposed to have a code of conduct about yourself, the morality. See what I'm saying? This Bible is a survival kit for Black and Hispanic people until Christ gets here. You see what I'm saying? Everything that you need to know is right here in this book to survive. That's what you need to know. Keep going.
Come. Unto the Lord thy God.
And you are holy unto the Lord thy God. You're not holy unto the white man. But you decide to serve him. You decide to call him your father. You decide to abandon the Lord and call somebody else God. Because that's how you see him. Every time the white man comes out with a movie, he's Superman. He's a superhero. He's looked as somebody that's very important. Because everything in this earth is white. Everything. If you want to speak about office, if you want to speak about the entertainment system, if you want to speak about the police force, we can go further than that. That all of it is white. The white man's face is everywhere in this earth. But where is your face at? Are you just on a billboard? Are you on a dollar? See what I'm saying? Are you being glorified and honored for who you are as a people? You are being disrespected. The white man disregards you. He hates you. But the Lord knows something about you, which is that you are a glorious, special people. You are those people that just win at everything. And you will win this earth back from this white man who has took it and who has abused his power that was given to him. And he used every device that he created against you. So the Lord has to be racist. It's like we must be what the Lord is, which is racist. We must love Black and Hispanic people. See, our fight is not personal with this Edomite. When it comes to us, all we have to do is come together as a people and watch how the Lord works and destroys his kingdom. That's what we must focus on. That's the whole focus. That's the whole idea. All right? Keep going on that.
Come. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people.
He has done what?
Chosen thee to be a special people.
The Lord chose, out of all the people on the earth, he chose you. Understand that you were low in number. That's a scripture. That's a precept. He chose you who was low in number besides the heathens. And if you do not understand that, we will get more proof into the Bible. Now later in the future, there's going to be a 12 tribes breakdown, and you will hear these familiar scriptures again. This is something brief. See what I'm saying? Everybody should know, the whole earth should know by now that Black and Hispanic people and Native Indians, the one that's over South, it's hints over South Minneapolis right now, those are God's chosen people. Why are they in a worse hell and condition right now? Why are blacks being shot down in the streets? We will get to that. First, let's stick to the script, all right? Which is the Lord's people lives are in jeopardy. And the Lord got something against this Edomite who has oppressed them, who has mistreated them. See what I'm saying? In every way possible, who has done evil things to these people. The white man is not human. He has no humanity. It is stripped from him. The things that he do, a human should not do. All right? The white man is closer to an animal than he is a goddamn human.
Right.
Because his actions are very vile, very vicious, very, unhuman and insane. Keep going.
Come. Unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
The Lord chose you above all people on the face of the earth. So what are you doing being tied up into the culture of someone else's, traditions? What happened to you keeping the high holy days? What happened to you keeping the holy convocations? We are on the second day of Feast of Tabernacles. We went over it yesterday. And we are going to touch on it once again on the last day, October 2nd. What happened to that? When did our forefathers and our ancestors teach us, the holidays of America, the Roman customs, the pagan holidays? What is the Easter to, an Israelite? I know what Pesach is, which is Passover. I know what Hanukkah is, which is Hanukkah. I don't know what Kwanzaa is. I don't know what St. Patrick's Day is, April Fool's, Halloween, President's Day, Veterans Day. We don't know what that is. We should not know. But because Black and Hispanic people got so comfortable and wanted to do what the heathens did, we became destroyed as a people, one by one. A great number of us is sucked in to the white supremacy that the white man has over us. He knows how to manipulate you. He knows how to get you where he wants you, so he can control you, control your mind, and get you to serve him and nobody else. Ultimately saying he wants you to know that he's God and that the God that you were serving in the past is no more. He's out of here. But that's not the case, because the Lord is more powerful than everything on this earth, because remind you, he created it. He's the creator even of the Edomites, those disgusting devils. Even them, he can destroy, just like he destroyed Pharaoh. Keep going.
Come.
So the Lord chose you above all people. He chose you over your supervisor, your boss. He chose you over, the cops that are white, the judges that falsely accuse you, throw you in jail, that judge that decided to take your father out of your household. The Lord chose you over them, but you lost your position. But we will get it back, and I can show you how. I can explain that later. Keep going.
Come. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor
One more time.
the Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people.
Oh, so like I said, less number, but more in number. Keep going.
For ye were the fewest of all people.
Right. See what I'm saying? So with that being said, the Lord chose you for a reason. And the fact that he chose you, you got work to do. You got to be that glorious people. You got to show the Lord's glory by following him, doing everything that he commanded you to do. Following after the leaders that were of the Lord, men of the Lord.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? Listening to the fathers and the mothers who serve God, who serve Yahweh. See what I'm saying? our Lord, the one that rules over us, the one that created us, the one that can also destroy us. And later in the class, I'm going to speak about miracles and curses, or blessings and curses, when it concerns the nation of Israel. Keep going.
Come. Verse 8. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand.
The Lord is the only one that can deliver you out of your affliction. He's the only one that can be able to take you out of that situation. He always makes an escape for you. Don't you think that you will ever get out of slavery? You will. But how bad do you want it? Do you just want to sit around and just be filled with, be satisfied with what's out here in the world? Or do you want something more and better and powerful? Do you want the Spirit of the Most High on you? Do you want that very thing that can rule this earth? With the Spirit of the Most High, the Lord can work through you in many ways. The Lord can use you for great, marvelous things. Because I've seen it before in the ISUPK. And that is the blessing. The blessing is when you serve him and he will work with you. And when he does, you will do amazing things. What did Christ say? Christ said that we would do things, we'll do far more things better than him. See what I'm saying? Paraphrase, of course. We would do things greater than him. Man, I mean, if you want to, you had Christ out here who's literally healing people, able to let the blind see. Right here in the ISUK, we are speaking through that mic. We are blowing the trumpet of our voice. And brothers and sisters, it's stopping sickness. They're stopping the whoredom, the homosexuality. They changed their minds. They're not sick in the head anymore. They're not criminals. They are men of the Lord. And these sisters out here, man, they changed their ways. They're not trying to get over on a man. They're not trying to oppress him or the children. Now they want everything to do as far as love their children, serve their husband, and serve the Lord as well. That is a miracle. Because rehab did not save that crackhead. It did not save that sister who was on dope. It did not save that brother who was sitting around at home, watching TV all day, eating up all the food and smoking weed. It did not save him. But what did save him is when he decided to serve the Lord. It's when his spirit became quickened by the Lord. All right?
So
Go ahead.
what is a quick? What do you mean by that?
A quickening spirit was when the Spirit of the Lord is on a man to stop, to like change. See what I'm saying? Want to ask him to that?
Is it like, I thought it was like a quickening spirit, like you got a spirit that can heal.
Oh, Khan, that's it too. That's why I allowed you to add. So yeah, for sure, yeah. With the quickening spirit, you can definitely do a lot of things because you got the Spirit of the Lord.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Now you're not that same person anymore. You're able to change and to go out there and help your nation. All right. Read that one more time, actually. Verse 6. One more time. Go out.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. We can get that glory back. We can get that honor back. We can be holy again because we became like the heathens. But that can change once we start serving the Lord. Once we start listening to the prophets and priests. Once we know who are the real men out here doing the work, putting in the work. Because it's not TD Jakes to all his followers. It's not, Al Sharpton who's taking people's money. When brothers is being killed during police brutality, you see what I'm saying? It's not the entertainers who is sending money over to Africa instead of the hoods and the ghettos in America. And the ghettos are filled with Israelites. Keep going.
Come. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people.
He has chosen you to be a special people unto himself. Special meaning you are different. You are not the same. There's something, something peculiar. How you say it?
Peculiar.
Yeah, about you. There you go. There's something that's everybody else does not have that you
Right.
have. All right, keep going.
Come. Unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That is not equality. See right there? What separate you from everybody else? If you are part of the 12 tribes, what sets you apart from everybody else is the fact that the Lord chose you and he chose to deal with you only. See what I'm saying? He chose to give you the law, statutes, and commandments. He wanted you to have the glory. He wanted you to have the laws. He wanted you to be above all people, have dominion over this earth and over people. Now, when you go back to even back in time, someone's always been at the top, someone has always been at the bottom. See what I'm saying? If you want to get into the topic of slavery, if you want to get into the topic of power, someone's always going to be the head or the tail. We were supposed to be the head always, be on top, not the tail. We are at the bottom, which is a metaphor for at a low state. Keep going.
Come. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
Okay, go ahead and get Romans 9 and 13.
Okay.
With Romans 9 and 13, you are going to understand that there is something called hate or hatred in the Bible.
Damn, sorry.
Go ahead.
I turned one good time and it was right there.
Oh, most times, right. Sure. That's what's up. So what you want to understand is that the Lord decided to choose you instead of all people. And don't ask why. Just know that that is a blessing.
That's
See what I'm
right.
saying? Who the hell wants to be a heathen? That's the worst thing. That sounds like suicide to me.
Right.
With all the wrong things that they've done to our nation. You should be upset that you see brothers getting attacked and brutalized, or sisters being attacked by the Chinese who had you in slavery. You should be upset that brothers is high off of drugs when it comes to the weed because of the East Indians. Brothers out here rocking dreads. I mean, I don't know if you know, I've seen brothers cut off their dreads and their spirit just change. That is spiritual.
Right.
See what I'm saying? There was a connection that they had with the heathenistic customs. The East Indians taught them how to smoke, how to sin against the Lord. The white man gave you crack, cocaine. He gave you drugs. He gave you heroin. He gave you the guns in your communities right now. He taught you how to be be a part of a gang, how to rob, how to steal, how to come up in the streets, and how to destroy your nation at the same time. When you're thinking that you're building them up, because you're passing that dough, you're telling them go make that, go flip that, go make that money. You got it. That's not the love. Let the Lord, you see what I'm saying, attending us to have for one another. That's not love, man. That's hatred. But the Lord hates these people, a certain people that has caused us to go off. Go ahead.
Come. Romans chapter 9, verse 13.
And this is coming out of the mouth of Paul, but Paul definitely was speaking words of the Most High. Keep going.
As it is written.
As it is written, meaning it has been written before. The same things that you read in the Old Testament is going to be in the New Testament. And vice versa. The same thing in the Apocrypha as well. Keep going.
Come. Jacob have I loved.
Jacob have I who?
Jacob have I loved. But Esau have I hated.
Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. If you don't know the story about Jacob and Esau, go all the way back to Genesis, the 25th chapter, verses 23 to 25. Jacob and Esau were twin brothers. But when Jacob and Esau came out, a nation was established between them two. One was the so-called 12 tribes of Israel. The other was, Jacob was a progenitor of the black race, the Hispanic and Native American race. Now Esau, on the other hand, was the progenitor, which is the father of the white race, which are the Europeans, the Caucasians, all right, from the Caucasus Mountains, the cave people. Keep going. I should read that from the top one time.
Come. As it is written. Jacob have I loved,
Jacob have I loved. He loves somebody right there, and that is Jacob. Keep going.
but Esau have I hated.
And Esau is the one that he hates. Esau is that red man that you call white, the one that has a curse all over his body, which is leprosy. Is there more on that?
Come.
Keep going.
What shall we say then?
Uh-huh.
Is there unrighteousness with God?
So can we say that there's something off or there's something unrighteous with the God of Israel? There's something wrong with the God in the Bible. The Christian church never talks about these scriptures that are plain in plain sight. They never give you the Apocrypha because they don't speak about it because they know how much value it holds. That Apocrypha holds so much information, historical information that will blow people's mind. See how I'm saying? The way that we traveled through the Euphrates, how we conquered certain lands, the wars that we fought, the wisdom and understanding that was given unto Jacob. When I say Jacob, I'm talking about the 12 tribes at this point. Israel, I should say. All right? Keep going.
Come. God forbid.
God forbid. All right? Keep going.
So,
No sweat. We got to say God forbid. Why should we say God forbid? Because there's none unrighteous with the Lord. He knew what he was doing. No one has to question this man. He knew what he was doing when he created these nations of people because of the unrighteousness, because of the murder, because of the devices that he uses against you, the propaganda, the hatred that he has for you, that he always had for you. That's why the Lord hates Esau. And Esau is going to get a judgment very soon. And it's going to be a wonderful one. A wonderful judgment is going to come. It's going to be double until it's double. And we are also going to get that into the scriptures as well. Keep going.
Come. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
One more time.
For he says to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
That was a check from the Lord, and this is also in a different book as well. Moses had got checked by the Lord, and the Lord said he will have mercy on whom he have mercy, and also compassion on whom he will have compassion on. All right, go ahead and get us 2 Ezra 6 and 54. Right in front of you. Now, Ezra, as you may know, in the actual Old Testament, which is Ezra. So Ezra and Esdras is the same person. Okay. Now Esdras, being a brother, see what I'm saying, being a man who learned about these scriptures, who was visited by an angel to get his questions answered. It was like a question and answer game that him and the angel was playing, because he really wanted to sort out and see, why is this condition happening to Israel? What is going on? What is going to happen in the future? What is happening right now? And the Lord allowed him to, the Lord gave him those answers through an angel. But this is some knowledge that Ezra had found out. So let's see what the Lord thinks about the other nations. And this is what Ezra's going to find out. Go ahead.
what's the scripture?
2 Ezra 6 and 54. That's right. By the way, when you read 2 Ezra, it's just the brother had lack of knowledge of certain things. That's why the Lord showed him the things that he showed him. So keep going.
Come. 2 Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
Because when you go all the way to Genesis, the Lord picked Adam, the first man, not on the world, not on the planet, but picked Adam, the first person to be in the truth. He wanted him to have dominion. He wanted him to have power. He wanted him to have that law. He wanted him to rule things on this earth. Keep going.
Come. Of him come we all.
One more time.
Of him come we all.
Every Arab, every East Indian, Chinese, Japanese, every white person, every black, Hispanic, Native, anybody that's a human being on this earth, we all come from Adam. But does that mean that we all bleed red? Does that mean that we are the same people? You might say yes, but the whole scripture is not finished yet. Go ahead.
Come. And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
The people that the Lord has chosen, keep going.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord.
O Lord, this is speaking about the Lord. Keep going. Because the Lord has chosen a people. Although we all come from Adam, the Lord has chosen a specific people out of all those people that came from Adam. Follow me. Keep going.
Because thou madest the world for our sakes.
One more time.
Because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Understand that this is talking about the Israelites, because each and every prophet in the Bible is an Israelite. And they're speaking to who? O house of Israel. Are the Edomites Israel? Not even close. No. Are the Arabs Israelites? No. Are the Africans? No. It's not about skin complexion. It's about the lineage.
Right.
God chose niggas. He chose the Hispanics, the Mexicans, the Latinos. He chose the Native Americans, who they disrespect and call skinheads. See what I'm saying? Call them wetbacks and spicks. Keep going.
Come. As for the other people,
The other people, which are the other nations. Keep going.
Which also come from Adam.
Which also come from Adam. That's how you know there's a separate group. Those other nations are the heathens, the strangers of the land. All right? Go ahead.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
They are what?
Nothing.
They are nothing, meaning they ain't nothing. Ain't shit, period. They are garbage. They are not the Lord's people, so to speak. Keep going.
Come. But be like unto spittle.
Be like unto what?
Spittle.
They be like unto spittle, which is spit. That last little drop that's inside of your bottle, whether it's a pop, juice, whatever the case may be, something that's in a bottle container. Just that little bit that's just sitting there. They are like spittle, which is spit.
So
go ahead.
Think of condensation.
Exactly. That's a perfect point. Keep going.
Come.
Go all the way up to verse 54. Read into verse 54. Read all the way up to verse 56. 56.
Come. And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
There you go. The brother just already explained. See what I'm saying? It's just that little piece of, liquid that's inside of that container. See what I'm saying? That's how the Lord looks at you. You are so low. If you are African, if you are East Indian, Arab, and you think that you are something, you are nothing, according to the Lord. According to what the Bible says. You are nothing. You are not the Lord's chosen people. And you will be judged for your hand in Israel's oppression, in their slavery, in their captivity. You are going to be judged based on that, because you've done something terrible. You should never follow the white man who conjured all of you to oppress us. Because you took advantage of us, because you killed us, because you did every wicked thing possible to us, you are going to be judged. Because we are the Lord's chosen people.
Come.
And I bet you're jealous. I hope you're upset.
Slap.
Go ahead.
Read. Keep going.
Keep going.
Verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathens, which have ever been reputed as nothing.
There has been reputed as nothing. And that is you heathens out there. Keep going.
Have begun to be lords over us.
Meaning you have power and authority over the Lord's people, and you abuse that power once again. Keep going.
And to devour us.
Right, meaning you start out to kill us. Understand that the Arabs had us before Esau, who was the white man, had us. And the Arabs killed a great number of the Israelites before we was handed off to somebody else. All right, keep going.
Come. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten.
Right, which is the Israelites.
And thy fervent lover.
That's right.
are given into their hands.
We was given to another people. The reason being is because we decided to not keep the law, but to keep whatever they were doing, follow behind them. Anytime that we followed behind the other nations, we were in captivity. We found our way in captivity. We decided that we thought it would be great to stay in Egypt. We thought when we was in the Maccabees that it would be good to join the nations, the other nations. And what happened? We were in captivity. You found us in Babylonian captivity, Assyrian, America, Roman Empire captivity, and it's just been hell for us ever since. But you being God's chosen people, if you want to change that around, it's called serving the law. It's called keeping the commandments. And that's starting with serving the Lord. All right, keep going.
So like that's it on that.
All right, go ahead and get Amos 3:1.
Come.
All right. There's going to be a day that's going to come that is going to be very unexpected to the heathens. And they will have to bow down and serve the king, who is Yahushua. And they will have to answer for their crimes, because they will be judged. They would be asked, why did you hurt my people? Why did you start out to kill them and hurt them? What was the purpose? And they won't be able to say anything, because their head will be chopped off their body. And they will serve you. They will have to listen to you. They will have to, in the kingdom, man, in the Bible it says, meditate terror. There's going to be inventions made and created by the Israelites to oppress you, to punish you. So make sure that you get ready, because it's going to come near a city near you. All right, keep going.
Come. Amos chapter 3 verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt, saying.
Now, if you pay attention, it said, "O house of Israel." So that means that there's an audience. There's a people that is being spoken to, and that is the Israelites. One more time from the top.
Come. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
O children of Israel, this is the word that the Lord has spoken unto you. Keep going.
Against the whole family which I brought up.
So that means all the 12 tribes is who he's speaking to. Keep going.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known.
You what?
You only have I known.
What does that mean when the Lord said, you only have I known? Meaning the Lord only dealt with us. He dealt with our forefathers. Who's the forefathers of the other nations? I couldn't tell you. The Bible couldn't tell you. See what I'm saying? Because it speaks about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It doesn't speak about the forefathers of an East Indian nation, the white people, and things of that sort. Because everybody in the Bible everybody that's being dealt with right here is Israelites, God's chosen people. And that's who he's speaking to. It's not talking about all people. Right. Everybody cannot be Israel. You have to be born a Jew in order to be God's chosen, to be one of his children, his child. Keep going.
Come.
You are not part of that family tree if you are not a Jew. Go ahead.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So that's talking about all people right now. Keep going.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Right. So you see that we get the punishment. We get the discipline. We get the whooping, so to speak. If you think about it, when a child breaks something, and the parent comes into the room, it's like, what happened? Who broke it? No one is speaking. No one is saying anything. Everybody has to get that punishment because they are not separate. They are not individuals. They are together.
Right.
So the whole family is going to get punished. Somebody's going to get in trouble. It's going to be everybody. Since nobody wants to speak, since nobody wants to take responsibility for what they did, everybody's getting punished. And that's how you should look at it when it comes to Israel being in slavery. Because when we all was in captivity, A lot of us, I mean, all of us was not sinning. There was some that was actually keeping the law, being faithful to the Lord. But we all had to go as a punishment. See what I'm saying? Because of those that did not serve the Lord or did not choose to, did not have that desire, that zeal, but they wanted to do other things otherwise. And because of that, the whole nation got punished. So that should let you know what you should do as a Israelite to change your ways so you are not a part of the problem, but you are working towards the solution, which is to get back to the Lord. Then that way there is no more getting shot down in the streets. There's no more being number one in drugs and alcoholism and diseases. There's no more of that. That all will be a myth and it will be out of the earth. Because you decide to rule the earth and take control and now get back to your culture, your traditions, and your God, most importantly. And you decided to come together on one accord for the right thing. Once again, we come together for the most ignorant things that you could think about on the earth.
Right.
See what I'm saying? What is Comic-Con? What's that? What is, African movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, when they're getting paid, when they're getting paid to get off the streets of protesting because it's causing too much havoc. Go ahead.
It's like all the black folk get together for a movie called Black Panther.
Right, and that has nothing to do with you, and it's really a great insult. I finally just saw the movie, and I see everything that Commander Junior Johanna was breaking down, because it does insult Black and Hispanic people specifically. See what I'm saying? So if nobody got that message, then that means that you did not open your eyes wide enough. Now I ain't talking about no stupid third eye. I'm just talking about your 2 eyes on your face. You did not see what was right in front of you. All the racism, all the discrimination, the insults. You are not from Wakanda. You are not African, but you are a Black and Hispanic person.
That's
and if
right.
that disappoints you, if there's self-hatred, that's your problem. See what I'm saying? It's better to be God's chosen to not be his chosen people. Because those that are outside of your family are going to be judged.
Right.
We can go back to Psalms 83 and you read those historical biblical names. Understand that those are people that you are looking at today in your Chinese restaurants, in your neighborhoods, in your corner store, in your nail shops, in the food restaurants, in your schools. Those are the people that put you into slavery, that try to destroy the remembrance of you as a people. But the Lord wasn't having that. He sent many people, including Christ, to stop it. And now it's time for you to get back to the Lord. That means that you got to come together. You got to fix yourself. You got to change all the filthiness of yourself. Now you have to represent the Lord. You gotta do what Christ laid down on this earth. Keep going.
Come.
Actually, one more time from the top.
Come. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt, saying,
right,
you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
You only have I what?
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
The Lord has only known a specific people, and that was you. You see what I'm saying? He knew each and every one of you Israelites out there that refuse to receive the knowledge and understanding when it comes to the prophets and priests teaching you out on the street corners. When you disobey and disregard, when you're throwing things. See what I'm saying? When you out there just making a foolery and mockery of the Lord's people. All right? But you want to go ahead and look at, what's that? Christianity. You want to serve white Jesus because that touches all your 5 senses. Disgusting, man. Keep going.
Slucky. That give you them vibrations.
Those vibrations. You see what I'm saying? Those frequencies. Which sounds very disgusting. Which sounds very nasty, too. Go ahead. People are just sick out here, People are just out of their mind, just terrible and sick. Go ahead.
Come. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
If you wonder why you get shot down in the streets, you're not able to survive. You're always homeless. If you ever think about why you catch many diseases, whether it's sexual transmitted diseases, health diseases, see what I'm saying? Chemical diseases. If you think about all the horror that Black and Hispanic people have been through, the terrorism, it's because of our iniquities. You see what I'm saying? It's because we didn't do our part and do our job. But remember at Black Wall Street, we was thriving as a people, but it got destroyed by the enemy. If the Lord was with us, we would still have Black Wall Street today. Now we have a sanctuary in the earth called the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Since 1969, that would never be destroyed because the Lord is with us. See what I'm saying? Nothing is going to fail. Nothing is going to malfunction. The Lord has established a people, see what I'm saying, with his spirit, and we are doing the work that he called us to do. And ISUK, that's what we're doing, and we are living the proof of that. All right? And everybody knows it. The world knows it. The earth knows it. And we cannot be stopped. And that's something that we boast about because the Lord is with us, and this is not us doing it. It is the Lord.
That's right.
It is his will.
That's right.
That's why we always say, Lord, allow this happen. Lord, allow that happens because we know where the power, where it comes from. And it is from Yahweh. All right? Go ahead and get Psalms 147 and 19 through 20. This is also another precept to show who exactly was God speaking to. Was it everybody or was it a certain people? Let's see. Psalms 147, 19 through 20 is where we're going next. All right? You got it? Go ahead anytime, Mark.
Come.
What's some of the pages of let me fix that. Yeah. Hold on one second. Okay, good then. Yeah, I'm going to fix those. Go ahead anytime, Mark.
Psalms chapter 147, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
He shows his word unto Jacob.
He shows his word unto who?
Jacob.
Who's Jacob? Jacob is the Israelites. It's Israel. Jacob is that brother and sister that white people just seem to hate all the time. They are disgusted when they see them look at them. They are those people with the flavor, with the salt, man. They are the ones that built up America to make it great, so to speak, how it is right now. The reason why America is standing tall is because of blacks and Hispanics. We are the ones that built this empire. Every time we was in slavery, the heathens were thriving off of us.
Right.
Because off of our, blood, sweat, and tears, off of our backs. That's what they were doing. Because we built that empire. But when Christ comes, the heathens are going to build this earth back up. And when they build it back up, it's for our sakes. It's for us to live in. And we are going to be powerful. We are going to be rich. And we are going to serve the Lord. And we are going to have brotherhood and sisterhood like nothing before. We are going to have the heathens underneath us, and we are going to have great power, glory, and royalty. See, like you see these heathens out here, like the Somalians, those funky Africans. They believe that, they act like they so high and mighty. It is us. The glory is going to be us. We are going to show, see what I'm saying, the glory of the Lord. That's what's going to happen. And they can do nothing about it because they won't rise again. We will. So one more time.
Come. He showed his word unto Jacob.
He showed his word unto a person, unto a man, who later became the progenitor of the Israelites. And he do what? He showed his word to who?
Jacob.
He showed his word to Jacob, meaning he gave the law, statute, commandments to Jacob. It did not say everybody. So this is one person who became the father of many people. Keep going.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
And that is us. So black, Hispanic, Native American man, if you want to know what you are required to do, Deuteronomy, the 27th chapter. Study up on the 28th chapter. Matter of fact, study the whole Bible because it's going to give you a lot of orders. Those laws are orders for you to follow. It's not, you don't have an option. You don't have a choice. You do it. Otherwise, there will be a consequence behind it. See what I'm saying? There will be a judgment upon your head. Be the one to keep the law and to enforce the law. Be the reason why the Lord is not angry and does not have the long suffering of wanting to hurt you. Make sure that you keep him satisfied and keep him off of you. Make sure that you show him that you can do this and you can teach your brothers and sisters to do the same. Because the laws are not grievous. You can do it. You can keep them. And there's over 600 of them. See what I'm saying? It's not hard. If you can keep all the traditions that's in the world, which are vain and vanity, then you can do this. It's not going to hurt one bit. It's called sacrifice. It's called discipline. And that's something you're going to have to learn. If you want the kingdom, if you want your people to get off of drugs and stop dying in the streets like animals, keep going.
Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
The Lord has not dealt so with any other nation, so to speak. All right? One more time.
He has not dealt so with any nation.
That would be your East Indians, your Africans, your white people, your Chinese girls, and who out here is heathens? Your Japanese, your Arabs, all these people that you cater to and gravitate towards. The Lord is not with them. He definitely is against them, though. But who is he looking at? Who did he choose? Out of all those nations, who did he pick? His favorite. Understand that the Lord got a favorite everything. The Lord got a favorite flower. He got a favorite bird. And he has a favorite people. And you just happen to be those people. Once again, those people that are hated. Remember, They hated Christ. They wanted him dead, just like they want you dead. They try to find any excuse or reason to take you out. Keep going.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
One more time.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
These heathens don't know how to serve the Lord. They think they do, but they don't. Everybody says, I serve God. Well, which one? Because there's many gods out here. But in our mind, we got one God. We don't serve many gods. The heathens serve many gods. They never serve one. Even the Muslims, they lie to you when they tell you they only serve Allah. That's not true. The East Indians, they serve anything that, catches their attention. A rock that does not move or speak is not a god. It has no power. See what I'm saying? It has no power. What's another a religion that people serve and say is so spiritual and high and mighty? Buddha.
They tune into them frequencies.
Frequent meditation.
They do them binary joints. Yoga.
Mm-hmm.
They serving weed and pots.
And that's all satanic.
Shiva.
Yeah, Queen of Shiva, the god of Shiva or goddess of Shiva.
You got them Africans who worship cows.
Cows, definitely. They be molesting those cows. They be doing some horrible things to them animals, man. Especially chopping up monkeys and eating. Oh man.
Salakia. Them Africans, they be chopping up them albinos too.
Oh my goodness! How can I forget? They be wearing their body parts around their neck as a necklace, jewelry. Like, God damn, yeah, it's crazy, man. The Lord did not choose those albino monkey-eating Africans. No, sir, not at all. See what I'm saying? The Lord did not choose those weed-head, unclean for 7 years, dreaded up East Indians, man. The Japanese or Chinese, they eat everything. See what I'm saying? Those Down syndrome looking people, man. Not at all. The Ishmaelites are classified as a wild man in the scriptures. They are completely insane, out of their mind.
And Salakia, they, you know how spiritual the scriptures is. It's so correct because you can turn on TV and watch them blow themselves up.
Exactly. They would definitely make that sacrifice to blow themselves up for their country when they all just going to be killed in the first place. They all going to die. See what I'm saying? They all going to kill each other, which is glorious because those are not God's people, so who cares?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You shouldn't love, okay. Black and Hispanic people have something that they suffer from, which is Stockholm Syndrome. And with that mental condition, they are not able to just love their people. What about your people who suffer right now? You want to give all the attention, all the love, all the care and compassion to everybody, but what about your own?
Salakia,
Go ahead.
if I could throw just one more in there.
Go ahead.
People's worshiping celebrities too.
There you go. And it's always heathens.
Right.
They always talk about how fine Kim Kardashian is when she's just another Marilyn Monroe, a whore. She's a hoe. She's disgusting. She's filthy. Everybody. So look, Nick Cannon just came at Kanye West about him sleeping with that whore. Soulja Boy that did it. All the rappers that did it. Entertainers, DJ producers. Everybody then ran on this woman after Ray J. See what I'm saying? Or should I say before Ray J? That's how the whore became famous. See what I'm saying? Everybody want to glorify Bob Marley, who was a white man. See what I'm saying? Who was just always high out of his mind. Everybody want to serve these celebrities. They call them gods. See what I'm saying? I hear people say, hey, that's my God right there. Like, I like his religion. I remember hearing things like that. These people our people have been brainwashed and deceived. And we forgot about our culture, our tradition, our way of life, which is very glorious and very perfect, the way that the Lord, had it set up to be. Now we are profaning it. Now at this time, we decided to disrespect the Lord and doing what we are doing right now, which is keeping another man's culture, keeping another people's culture. So go ahead and get Ezekiel 36 and 22. He's going to speak to Israel one more time in another scripture.
36 and 22.
36 and 22. Go ahead.
Come. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 22. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord God, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake.
Wait, read that one more time, man.
Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake.
So the Lord is letting Israel know that he's not doing this thing for them, but he's doing it for his name, for his reputation. Because we have, disrespected that. We have destroyed that with our actions. Keep going.
Which ye have profaned among the heathen.
Profane, the word
profane. Which ye have profaned among the heathen.
Profane meaning that you showed the heathens this great disrespect towards the Most High. By you, showing your actions towards the heathen, it has disrespected the Lord greatly. And in such a horrible, horrific way. See what I'm saying? Keep going.
Whither ye went.
So let me say this. You threw your culture in the trash, but you decided to keep somebody else's garbage. All right? Keep going.
Verse 23. And I will sanctify my great name.
One more time.
Salakia.
That's what.
And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen.
The Lord is going to get the credit. He's going to get, that glory that he deserves. when it comes to his name. And he is going to do this very thing. Keep going.
Come. Which ye have profaned in the midst of them.
Right, so in the sight of the heathens, you have disrespected the Lord. Keep going.
And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord.
Right, these heathens are going to know who the God of Israel is. They are going to get a wake-up call, a great awakening. They are going to see the face of the Most High. When I say the face of the Most High, meaning the power, the work, and they are going to be stunned and astonished. They are going to be surprised and just frozen, and they are going to get that work, man. They are going to be destroyed. Keep going.
Come. Saith the Lord God.
Saith the Lord God, and these are the words that Ezekiel had to speak unto Israel, so they can understand what was about to go down. All right, keep going.
Come. When I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries.
And that's what the Lord did when it came time for us to get out of Egypt. Everybody did not want to leave Egypt, and they complained. And because of that, a lot of them died in the wilderness. When they spent that short time in the wilderness, see what I'm saying, in those tents, they got killed because they complained. They thought it would be better to be in Egypt than to be out of there when there was just nothing but slavery, enslavement, the abuse, the oppression, anything that you could possibly think, the lynching, the being whipped, the being, emasculated, and a woman being stripped of her womanhood. Keep going.
Come. And will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean.
Meaning you shall get rid of the things that you have learned from these strangers. Keep going.
From all your filthiness.
There you go. Meaning the work of the other nations, the other people, who are spittle, who are nothing to the Lord. Keep going.
Come. And from all your idols.
Which you have served.
Will I cleanse you.
Will the Lord cleanse you? And he cleansed us multiple times. Right now in 2018, with the ISUPK being around in the streets, we are going to wash off the sin, the filthiness of Black and Hispanic people. We are going to teach them that you should not be with white people. You should not marry their daughters.
Right.
You should not love them, but you should love your people. You should be with us.
That's right.
You should not invest into their businesses, but what about our businesses? Make ours great. Make ours last for a long time. Let's put our money together. Let's put our heads together, and let's make something happen. That's what we got to do. You want to teach them that you can't smoke. It is a sin. You can't serve God with religion. It is a hoax. See what I'm saying? It is false, it is fake, and it's only going to get you killed. You can't gangbang, you can't sell drugs. You can't run through whores, run through every female. You can't prostitute your daughter. Your child cannot be a homosexual. You cannot be a criminal. You have to be the man of the Lord who keeps all the laws. And you have to go wake up your nation. Because now, at this time, you are woke. You are not asleep. Keep going.
Okay.
No, actually, that's it on there, actually. What I need you to get right now is 1 Ezra 8 and 85. Now, this is 1 Ezra, okay?
Okay.
All right. This is what you cannot do, but this is what you should do. Being in the ISUPK is a great start because you are going to learn how to serve the Lord. There's a process that you have to go through, step by step, when you learn anything. You got to be taught again. Keep going.
Come. 1 Ezra chapter 8, verse 25. Then said Ezra the scribe, Blessed be the only Lord God of my fathers.
One more time.
Blessed be the only Lord God of my fathers.
Blessed be the Lord of who?
So blessed be the only Lord God of my father.
The only Lord God of my father. That lets you know that the Israelites were not similar to the strangers of the land, because we only served one man, and that was Yahweh. We served one God, a power, a ruler, authority over us. Keep going.
Who have put these things into the heart of the king.
Which you should read about in Proverbs. It's talking about the law. Keep going.
To glorify his house that is in Jerusalem.
Keep going.
And has honored me in the sight of the king and his counselors.
Is that verse 85 still? Is that verse 85 still?
You said 85 or 25?
85.
Oh, sweat.
Oh, no sweat, no sweat. That was still on point, though. I'm glad you did grab that, though. That was pretty good. Go ahead. So 8 and 85.
First Ezra chapter 8, verse 85. Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
One more time.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
God chose his people. You should not seek to have peace with these people. Understand that you are a peaceful people, but you trying to show them any type of peace or love or any type of compassion, they cannot be trusted. That's why the Lord set this in place already. Don't be peaceful with these people, man. Am I saying don't be peaceful as far as a job? No, be cordial. But in this context, don't trust these people. Keep going.
That ye may be strong and eat the good things of the land, and that ye may leave the inheritance of the land unto your children forevermore.
And this is what the Native Americans had to learn. They made the mistake of being a peaceful people unto strangers that came upon their land, and they lost it. They were killed by force. When you look at the Christopher Columbus memoirs, he explains how he took over that nation of people, man. Or still like that tribe. Okay? Read it one more time from the top.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them, that ye may be strong and eat good things of the land.
Meaning you got it. The Lord is with you. Don't sacrifice your integrity. Don't give peace to these people. Don't give your honor away to these people. Don't do it. You got to be strong. Keep that strength and recognize who these are, who this is. You got to try the spirit of those heathens. Keep going.
And that ye may leave the inheritance of the land unto your children forevermore.
So that way you can pass down this land from generations onto generations to your children and to their children. See what I'm saying? But when you give it away, so like when you give it away, what's going to happen is going to be taken from you. Now, the white man, what he has done is, since we decide to be a peaceful people with them, they took advantage of it. And because they took advantage of it, we are stuck on reservations with no resources. Our land, we cannot till the ground. Nothing can be brought forth from a deserted place. And because of that, on the reservations, there's a high percentage of suicide, rape, molestation, and alcoholism and drugs. When you go to the South, Minneapolis, it's the complete same. Nothing is different. When you talk to brothers and sisters, they tell you exactly the same thing. What's going on the reservations right now? That's why they move. If they find opportunity to get out of there, they will. Because everybody's robbing and stealing from each other. Everybody's touching on each other, violating each other. And everybody is selling each other drugs. And the suicide rate is so high on the reservations. Go to South Dakota. Go to North Dakota. See what I'm saying? And see the horror that the white man has created and done to our people. So one more time, let's read that.
Moreover, You shall never seek to have peace with them.
Never seek to have peace with these people. Also, when you read Ezra 9 and 12, it tells you not to seek their peace or their wealth. See what I'm saying? Don't seek after their money. Brothers and sisters out there, they get them a white girl or a white boy, and all they with them for is just that money because they know that they got it. Don't do that to yourself. Go ahead.
You could, just like the scriptures say, envy not thy oppressor.
Envy not thy oppressor, and also trust not thine enemy.
Right.
For as his wickedness rusteth. See what I'm saying? Which we are going to get very soon. All right. One more time, Salaki.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
Don't do it to yourself. Learn from the mistakes that were made in the past from our people. Learn from those mistakes. Get wisdom on a situation. I'm not saying don't do business with these people, but don't give it all to them. Don't let them consume you and what they got going on. Don't let them kill you or take your life. Don't trust these people. They are a cancer in this earth. They are airborne, and they are going to kill everything that they touch, and it's going to be destroyed. See what I'm saying? You can't even find nothing nice in Minnesota these days because everything's been touched and destroyed. See what I'm saying? Keep going.
That ye may be strong and eat the good things of the land, and that ye may leave the inheritance of the land unto your children forevermore.
Keep that land for the inheritance of the generation of children, for their families and their upcoming families in the future. That's the least you can do. Like, we were supposed to have a lot of land by this time. But when the slave master used to write the slaves' names to take over this, this building or this house when they died, they would write it in their will. The other white people came and destroyed those homes when the master would die because they didn't want them to, be on top or be over them, so to speak. See what I'm saying? If the white man sensed that you was going to gain up and grow in power or authority over them, they would knock it down. Whether it was physical, spiritual, whatever the case may be, they was going to stop it, put an end to it. And that's what happened to Black Wall Street. That's what happened to when Native Americans got, overthrown by those goddamn Edomites. All right? And now they give you Thanksgiving, which is so disrespectful and a slap in the face. Keep going.
Verse 86. And all that is befallen is done unto us for our wicked works and great sins.
That's why you see that we've been judged. We don't have a Black Wall Street. We don't have those flourishing businesses anymore. Right now we are in the ghettos. We are suffering. We are the people that are in want and need of all things, very thirsty for everything. See what I'm saying? We are dying in our poverty. But when you serve the Lord, who is a racist God and only loves you, you can be back on top. Very simple and easy. It can happen. You better believe it. Keep going.
For thou, O Lord, didst make our sins light, and didst give unto us such a root.
Meaning the Lord has set something in the ground for us to grow from, to grow with. And what happened? Keep going.
But we have turned back again to transgress thy law.
We decided to violate and to break the law. There's a violation and a breaking of the law. So we ignored that root and we did not grow as a people. We got weaker and weaker and we were dying as a nation. Keep going.
And to mingle ourselves with the uncleanness of the nations of the land.
All I'm hearing right now is a bunch of racism. And the Lord separates us from them. We are the clean, or at least we were. We are the clean nation, and they are the unclean. They are the things that's going to get you dirty and filthy. That's why the Lord said He's going to clean us and wash us and sprinkle water on us. See what I'm saying? He's going to get us back purified. You see what I'm saying? Back clean, serving the Lord, keeping the laws. That was the clean thing for the nation of Israel. Keep going.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
Mightest not thou be angry with us to destroy us, till thou hast left us neither root, seed, nor name?
Keep going.
O Lord of Israel, thou art true, for we are left a root this day.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, now are we before thee in our iniquities, for we cannot stand any longer by reason of these things before thee. And as
Let's stop right there. That's good enough.
Huh.
You want to read the rest of the 8th chapter. It's very glorious. You want to definitely make sure that you do that. Understand that when you read first Esdras as well, Esdras is expressing the things like the travail that he's seeing his people go through. That's why he has so many questions for the Lord. Like, what's going on? What's next? What's the next thing to happen? What should I look out for? What can I do to help my nation, to help my people? Please let me know. And as the situation was getting explained to him, he cried, he wept for his people because it was horrifying, the things that he's seen and the things that he was told. So, as Black and Hispanic people, we got to stand up. We got to lace those boots up. We got to change our lives and get that unclean thing off from us. And we have to get back to what the God of Israel intended us to do from the way beginning when you read about Moses, when you read about Nehemiah, Ezekiel, when you read about all these prophets, Yahweh. He wanted us to only serve him, and that was it. It wasn't hard for those prophets. They did it, and they succeeded. But what did you do? You did not succeed because you decided to stay back in the world. Don't give yourself over to this world. You better fight those demons of the world, the culture, the holidays, the religion, everything that the America's name is on. Do not touch it. Do not be a part of it. If you are Black, Hispanic, Native American, once again, the Lord called you to do this work, which is the work of the Lord. And you want to come to the ISUPK Minneapolis classes to figure out what you can do to better help your nation. Because you can't do it sitting behind a laptop or a computer over there just eating all the food up, not doing anything but being lazy, sitting back, chillaxing, doing nothing, but you tired. Well, you haven't done anything to be tired. See what I'm saying? All right, go ahead and get Deuteronomy 28 and 43.
Come.
Sitting there tired, but you haven't lifted a finger. Probably just to get some food or something. Just to type all day. Doesn't make any sense. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
43.
Oh, so like 28 and 43.
28 and 43. 28 and 43.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 43. The strangers that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
One more time.
The strangers that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Now the strangers that are above thee shall get very high. The white man, all these heathens have rise in power, but you are the ones left out with no business, no inheritance. See what I'm saying? You have nothing, and you have no, like it's so hard for a Black person to get along. They make it so hard and tough. They want to put you through utter hell, man. So much hell just to get along, just to get a house, start your own business, get you through school. They want to put you through a lot of hell. You got to fight that. You have to absolutely fight that. You got to fight the fact that you can't get that manager position right away. You're not able to have authority over these people. They try to stop you in your tracks when all you're trying to do is just rise. Because that's what you were always meant to do, is rise as a people. One more time.
Con. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Very high. And these heathens right here didn't rise in power over you. And what are you going to do to stop that? What are you going to do to make your people great, how they used to be? What is your plan? What is your defense mechanism? Where's your army? Where's your navy? Where's all of that? Where's the law that you're supposed to be keeping? Where's the resources for the black community? Keep going.
Con. And thou shalt come down very low. Con. He shall lead, Salakia. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
There you go. That is oppression. That is the slavery that you see in captivity in this Roman, Salakia, America's captivity today. That's why when you read about Black Wall Street, once again, how often was the dollar being rotated? Do you remember that?
By every 15 minutes.
By every 15 minutes.
You talking about
Black Wall Street.
Today's time or Black Wall Street?
Black Wall Street and today's time.
Well, today's time they said about 15 minutes, and then
you mean back then it was 15 minutes?
No.
You said the black dollar rotates 15 minutes?
It stays in our community about 15 minutes.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, kind of. So yeah. I was thinking the complete opposite.
And then back in Black Wall Street, it stayed about a year.
About a year. That is correct. Yeah. See, that is correct. And now things has changed. That's crazy, huh? That is bad. See what I'm saying? That's bad because we lend to them. Like right now we lend to them because they destroyed our communities, destroyed our resources. We had no choice but to cleave unto them. Some people are satisfied with that. That's why a lot of people love Martin Luther King, because Martin Luther King decided to, see what I'm saying, teach us equality, teach us to be with each other, that we should get spit on and milkshakes thrown at us and poured over our head, food thrown at us when we just wanted to eat at the white people's restaurants instead of our own. Like, we fought a fight just to drink out of somebody else's water fountain when ours is clearly the same. That's destruction. That's the psychological warfare, and that's very, very diabolical. See what I'm saying? That has harmed the nation of Israel. That's what has happened to our people, all right? Keep going on to that.
Come. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
One more time.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
That man that you are lending to, he shall be the head.
Sure.
One more time. What?
The man that's lending to you.
Oh, the man that's lending, yeah, the man that you're lending to. Right? Or the man that's lending to you?
Meaning the man that you're going to for money.
Right. Oh, God, right. That's what I'm saying. So the white man that you are, getting all your resources from, things of that sort, he shall be the head, and you are going to be the tail. Meaning you are going to be at the bottom. You got to go to him for everything. See what I'm saying? You are going to go to him for everything. And now you don't have a business. Now you can't rotate the money in your community because everybody is within your ghetto, sucking you dry of all the resources. See what I'm saying? All your money is going to the Christian church, the corner stores, the Chinese stores, the nail shops, hair shops. It's going to the schools. And then what else do you have left for your community? Nothing. And that's the problem. That's why in the ISUPK we stick together and we help the poor. We help the needy.
That's
right. Christians do not do that. God is not with those Christians. And they are not willing to help you. And that's why when we pray, we want the Lord to shake loose the pockets of the rich of Israel. That's what needs to happen. They need to give up that money. They need to build our communities. Always got a mega church. Why do you need a mega church for? And a jet and a nice car with $1,000 suits, hundreds of dollars suits. That's not going to fix anything. See what I'm saying? Religion is garbage. That's what it is. It is garbage. Keep going.
Come. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee.
Now, then we speak about Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, earlier into the class. You sure did. And these are the curses. If you ever wonder why things are the way that they are today, when it comes to Black and Hispanics, it's because we are cursed right now. This is our punishment. If you want the punishment to be over with, you know what you got to do. You got to fix your life and fix your nation. Keep going.
Come. And shall pursue thee and overtake thee.
That's right, which it has done. It has killed a lot of us. It has destroyed many of us. Keep going.
Come. Till thou be destroyed.
There you go.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
And that is your reason, and that's the proof. That's the proof of us being destroyed, having the curses on us, because we didn't do our part as a nation. Keep going.
To keep his commandments and his statutes.
Which was very important. He didn't say go in a church, run through chairs, play music, a soundtrack, talking about, I can't wait to meet the king. When you meet the king, he's going to kill you.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Ain't that the Lion King song?
No. There's actually a Christian song talking about take me to the king. It's talking about meeting the king.
Oh yeah, so like that's similar because it's a Lion King song talking about he can't wait to be the king.
Oh, okay, yeah. Even that sounds pretty crazy, but I know what you're talking about though. Keep going.
Come. Which he commanded thee, and thou shalt be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Now this is very important to understand. Like I didn't think about grabbing that scripture, but that's on point. Because Black and Hispanic people always say, well, what do we have to do in order to fix us, to fix our people? What about the self-responsibility? Well, you should have thought about that when Moses was talking to you the first time. When you decided to not listen and turn away from him. That's your fault. That's your goddamn fault. You see what I'm saying? What we must do now is take up the responsibility and serve our God. That's why the ISUK, when the prophets come to you, you decide not to listen. That is something you should not do. You want to listen. You want to hearken. See what I'm saying? When Christ was out there teaching the multitude, people turned him away. See what I'm saying? They walked away. They didn't listen. You had the choice. You should have took the opportunity. Fix your people by listening, hearkening. See what I'm saying? We're not going to feed you any Dr. Umar philosophies. We're not going to give you the whole Farrakhan rundown. We're not going to be a Christian pastor that's going to fill all over you. You see what I'm saying? We're not going to be that. We are going to be the men of the Lord and give you the raw truth. All right? Paul said, am I your enemy because I tell you the truth? He also said that I am rude in speech and not in knowledge. You got to take this harsh teachings. You're going to hear some things that's going to be a little foreign to your understanding. But know that the Bible is not being broken down the same way in your religion. It's not. Your whole perception of who God is very incorrect and very ignorant. You have no idea who you are dealing with as a God. You know what I mean? Talk about Yahweh. Keep going.
Come.
Actually, as Silak, go ahead and get Leviticus 19 and 15. Leviticus 19 and 15 is where we're going to go.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment.
In what?
In judgment.
Right, meaning you should do no unlawful things. Unrighteousness is just unlawful things. The sin. You should not be doing it. Keep going.
Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor.
Thou should do not what?
Respect the person of the poor.
Shall not respect the person of the poor. It should not happen. Keep going.
Nor honor the person of the mighty.
Oh, Salaki. What this is talking about is this. You can use this for the white man and use this for Israel as well. Now, when it comes to the white man, his judgment is unlawful. His judgment is very wrong towards the children of Israel. Now, when it comes to us, our judgment is wrong when we decide to kill one another. That's something that Black and Hispanic people have to work out. Something that we got to get an understanding of. We got to fix that within ourselves. All right? But understand where it started. We got the white man who's taught us this. He taught us dope. He taught us how to sell drugs. He taught us how to be a gangster, how to create gangs and cliques, how to, what else? I mean, how to be criminals. All right? Keep going.
But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor.
In righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. You better have a righteous judgment, man. Out there running through people's homes, trying to, rob and steal and kill from each other. You know how many stories is coming out right now in St. Paul, Minnesota, how many crimes brothers is committing against each other. Then heard the craziest story these past couple of weeks at slavery, or the things that I've heard and they have witnessed. Black and Hispanic people, we have to serve the Lord. Keep going.
Thou shalt not go up and down as the table bearer among thy people.
And that's it. And that was verse 16? No swear. All right. So that's something that we have to think about and consider.
Well,
Go ahead.
we'll get into the prayers, right?
Yeah, in a second. What I want you to get Obadiah 1 and 10. All right, let me tell you something. That the Most High chose a certain people, and that was you, black man. That was you, Hispanic and Native American. And this is the time that you got to take while you are still alive watching this and change your life around. This is the time, because tomorrow your life could end at any moment. See what I'm saying? You wasted all this time being in the world. Now it's time to be in the truth. Now it's time to get yourself in order and together. You got to clean up. All right? We ain't talking about no baptism. We're talking about getting off all the filthiness that you have got yourself into. You got to get yourself out the mud. All right? Go ahead.
You said
1 and 10.
Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
Now shame shall cover the white man for the crimes that he has committed against thy brother Jacob. Now understand that we were brothers at one point in time, the blacks and the whites, but there was a separation that happened thanks to the Lord. So I'm saying the Lord created that separation between those two nations. Although we all came from Adam, we are not the same people. We do all bleed red, but we are not the same people. See what I'm saying? Bleeding red does not mean anything, which is very idiotic and such a homosexual statement. Keep going.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
And thou shalt be cut off forever, meaning the white man is going to be underneath our foot. He's going to be underneath our rulership. And he will be cut off as a nation, meaning he will be wiped off of this earth. That is the promise of the Lord. When it talks about the patience and the faith of the saints, this is something that's going to come to pass. It's going to happen. Almost in every book, you're going to read about this Edomite's destruction, his slavery that is going to come. All right? So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the prayers. All right, this is Historical Truths Revealed. We're going to go ahead and get into the prayers. Make sure that you check out St. Louis this weekend with Officer DeGargabar in Missouri. He's going to bring out a fire lecture as far as how to share your man lecture. How sisters cannot be, how they can keep from being single. If you're out there thinking that your man won't sleep with anybody else, you're wrong. If they ain't looking at other women, they most likely are interested in men. and that ain't none of my business. So with that being said, let's get into the prayers, all right? Got that fire. All right. I want you to read the security announcements first.
ISCPK security announcements. We are the ISCPK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Root for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister record each other. After this 6-month period, a brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry.
Right.
Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashur. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
You got High Hanukkah coming up very soon in December, but in the meantime, we are still in the second day of the Feast of Tabernacles, which is for 8 days. So it will end and close on October the 2nd, and we will be doing the closing in ISUK Minneapolis. All right, go ahead.
Okay. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf.
All right. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the prayers. Oh, you go ahead and wait. So we're going to go ahead and face the east. All right. Got it.
The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abinawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayat. Shemkash. Yahweh. Wafkafka. Daba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayat. Ashab. Baratazah. Towa. Hayat. Bashemayim. Nathan. Lanawa. Lakal. Kal. Yawam. Wasalakanawa. Kawabawatanawa. Kasalakanawa. Kawabawatianawa. Wala'ah. Dabayanawa. Manasawan. Abal. Haushayanawa. Mayan. Rai. Kayat. Lakat. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala. Watapura. Lawalamyan. Aman.
The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Amen.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha. Ayanya. Aharia. Mayan. Yabah. Izira. Mayam. Yahweh. Asha. Shemayam. Waratazah. Aliyatan. Namawat. Regalka. Al. Yanawam. Shemarka. Hanah. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yashan. Sharmar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shemarka. Yahweh. Tasakah. Aliyah. Yamyanta. Yawamam. Hashemash. La'ah. Yakata. Wayarak. Aliyah. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Akarai. Yashamar. Atnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'aka. Wabawaka. Maida. Wa'ai. Awalam.
Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes. To the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold. He that Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor
The
sleep.
Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy
The
keeper.
Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by
The
night.
Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
This time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Hakah, the power in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashem Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushua.
Babakashah.
Shah.
Nathan
Thundernaut.
Hakah.
Ka.
Hakah.
Ka.
Larpa.
Harpa.
Ka.
Ka.
Makalah.
Makala.
Wakal.
Ka.
Madawa.
Madawa.
Hakah.
Ka.
Latahar.
Ha.
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 Matazariah.
Tazari.
Hakah.
Ka.
Lahakiam.
Haki.
Hamathiam.
Hamati.
Hakah.
Ka.
Al.
Ah.
Rakawa.
Makawa.
Hatamai Allah.
Ma'al.
Garsh.
Garsh.
Bashem Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushua.
The water Aman.
The water of Aman. The power in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh
In
Shah.
the name of Yahushai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
To heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of
And
sickness.
all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the
The
dead.
power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast it out in the name of Yahweh
To
Shah.
cast them out in the name of Yahushai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Bless Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashem Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Rakhlanaw.
Wayarsha Allah.
Yahshua.
Waha.
Ha.
Bayah.
Yah.
Sapariah.
Sapari.
Barak.
Ra.
Rapah.
Pa.
Magun.
Gun.
Hagun.
Gun.
Say the name of loved ones once and everyone repeats the name once.
ISUPK Minneapolis.
ICPK Minneapolis.
All the brothers and sisters in the ISUPK.
All the brothers and sisters in ICPK.
All the brothers and sisters outside the ISUPK.
All the brothers and sisters outside the
The
ICPK.
nation of Israel.
The nation of Israel.
The angels.
The angels.
The Most High.
The Most High.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahushai. Bashem Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushua.
The water Aman.
The water of Aman. Bless Israel in English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shah.
Lord, in the name of Yahushai.
Bless us.
Bless us
And Israel.
and Israel
And the school.
and the school.
Bless Heal, Shield, Protect.
Bless, heal, shield, protect
Loved ones.
loved
In
ones.
the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahushai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
ISUPK Power Structure. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth,
And all things
and
living.
all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
in the name of Yahushai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Saying evils and
And
curses,
punishment and destruction.
and punishment and destruction,
And death to the heathen.
and death to the heathen
That speak against us.
that speak up Salaki.
That speak against us.
That speak up Salaki.
Speak against
That
us.
speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets,
The teachers.
the teachers,
The princes.
the princes,
The priests.
the priests,
The Israelite brothers.
the Israelite brothers,
And the school.
and the
Send
school.
evils and curses.
Say evils and curses,
And punishment and destruction.
and punishment and
And
destruction,
death to the heathen.
and death to the
And
heathen,
shake loose the pockets of the rich of Israel.
and shake loose the pockets of the rich of Israel
That refuse to give to the school.
that refuse to give to the school.
Force the rich to enter into thy sanctuary.
Force the riches to enter into thy sanctuary,
Send evils and curses.
and evils and
And
curses,
punishment and destruction.
and punishment and
And
destruction,
death to the Edomites.
and death to the
And the
Edomites
nations.
and their
And
nations,
the drug dealers.
and their drug
The
dealers,
court system.
the court
The
system,
prison system.
the prison system,
Planned Parenthood.
Planned
All
Parenthood,
the governments of our enemies.
all the governments of our
Amalek
enemies,
synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church,
The Pope.
the Pope,
Islam.
Islam,
Christianity.
Christianity,
Egyptology.
Egyptology,
Militia.
militia,
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation,
Skinheads.
Skinhead,
Tazi Kamatazi.
Tazi
The
Kamatazi,
gay movement.
the gay
The
movement,
lesbian.
the lesbian movement,
Spies.
spies,
Workers of witchcraft.
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space program.
NASA space programs, armies,
Navy.
navies,
Air Force.
Air Force,
Marines.
Marines,
Wall Street.
Wall Street,
Open up the internet.
open up the internet
And the airways.
and the airwaves,
Cable access channel.
the cable access
And the radio
channels,
channel.
and the radio channel.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people
Convict the spirit of any of thy people
that seek to stop us.
that seek to stop
Bring
us,
swift death to all the heathen that stand in the way.
and bring swift death to all the heathens that stand in the way,
Or try to stop us from broadcasting your words
or try to stop us from broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the terrorists.
Let loose all the terrorists,
Cause them to go to and fro
cause them to go to and fro
and destroy the earth.
through the earth
So like, the earth and destroy it.
and destroy it.
Cause the terrorists to come against America
Cause the terrorists to come against America
and destroy them in a stronghold.
and destroy them in their stronghold.
Let America shake at the hands of the terrorists.
Let America shake at the hands of the
Let
terrorists.
Yahweh Shai,
Let Yahushua,
Michael and Gabriel
Michael, and Gabriel
come down with flying saucers
come down with the flying
and kill
saucers
all the heathen heathens that come up against us.
And kill all the heathens that come up against us.
As we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
All right. Son of Christ. All right, y'all make sure that y'all catch this set. If you are in St. Louis, or if you can make a trip, you want to make sure that you catch also the Golden Bar with the lecture, how to share your woman, or so like how to share your man lecture. All right, so like make sure that you go out and pop out and do that. Otherwise, support. It will be live. You can also send in a GoFundMe donation, which is all over Facebook. Look at ISUPK St. Louis. Also look at ISUPK, Detroit, Minneapolis, Chicago. We all sharing it all throughout the internet. Not just also Facebook, but Instagram. Follow us on social media, and you will see it everywhere. All right. So with that being said, Israel Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.